Hey there, Avra here with Cami. So I know not all K through 5 teachers probably use Canvas with their students. I know that a lot of you use Seesaw and have other ways of pushing out activities to students digitally. But if you are a teacher that uses Canvas, I want you to know that there are possibilities for your students, even though students have the basic Cami. You as a teacher have full Cami. Therefore, you control a lot of the digital learning environment. Let's take a look at the possibilities. So let's use this life of a tree reading and questions as an example. Remember that you can bring any activity into Cami, whether it's a PDF or a Google Doc, a Google slideshow, any type of file can be converted over into a PDF in Cami. Cami will do that for you. Because you as the teacher have the paid version of Cami, you have all of the tools here on the left. One of the most powerful tools is the comment tool. With the comment tool, you can put text comments, voice comments, video comments, or even screen capture comments in the margin. An example of a voice comment might be some instructions for students. Hey friends, make sure that you read through the questions on page 2 before you read through the passage of text on page 1. This will help you remember what kinds of information you need to look for. You can give students verbal instructions using this voice comment, or if you wanted to take it one step further, you could use the screen capture comment to create a screencast or a recording of your screen. Over here on the left-hand side, the comment tool and screen capture is available for you as a teacher. You can click and then select entire screen and the appropriate screen to record. From here, I could show students what to do. Hey friends, make sure that you scroll down to page 2. Read through each of the questions that you're going to need to answer. For example, what are some things that trees provide for us? Then, when you scroll back up onto page 1 and you start reading, you'll be able to look for the appropriate information. This will help you answer the questions more easily. Don't forget, you can also use the markup tool. The text highlighter will allow you to highlight some important information. You can also use the freehand highlighter to circle certain words. These strategies will help you find information in the passage of text. Once you have your activity set up to best support your students, head to Canvas. From here, you'll want to head to the assignments page, or perhaps you use modules. If so, you can create your assignment within a module. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll start here on the assignments page and use the blue button at the top right, Add Assignment. Now, I'll go ahead and give the assignment a name. In this case, I won't use the instructions box, except to possibly type, follow the instructions in the Cami activity. Next, I'll scroll down and explore these different settings, and then I'll come to Submission Type. Your Submission Type menu might start with the words No Submission on it. You'll want to drop this down and select External Tool. From here, you can choose Find. Then you'll want to choose Cami Assignment from the list. When you're here in this environment, you'll want to make sure to choose Google Drive or wherever you have your assignment stored. I'll head to my Cami Uploads folder and select the appropriate assignment. Double-click and bring it in. And then let's take a look at Feature Control. The feature control in Canvas and Cami will allow you to select just the tools that your students have access to in their basic accounts. So you'll want to select the markup tools. You can also select strike through and underline if you'd like. Students do have access to the text comment, the text box, the drawing tool, the shapes tools, and the eraser. You can even scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and tell it to remember options. When you do this, you won't have to come back into feature control. It will always default to those features. So now when we click attach, it will attach this assignment to the Canvas activity. I'll hit select, and then you can decide whether you want the assignment to load in Canvas or open in a new tab. This checkbox will let you determine that. This is up to you. It's professional preference. I'm going to head down to the bottom right and choose Save and Publish. Now, let's look at a student view. This is the student view in Canvas. Students will head to the assignment and click. Then they'll click on the box that says Load and then the name of their assignment in a new window. So because your students have the basic Kami, you'll see the little word basic right here, but you can see that they have a wide variety of tools. They also have any scaffolds or supports that you've put in the margin for them. They can listen. Hey friends, make sure that or they can watch. You can show your students that they can always use the full screen button in order to watch the videos full screen. They can scroll down and use the text box tool to answer the question. Now let's stop and think for a second. If you'll notice, as I was creating my screencast to show my students how to use these tools, I left some annotations here inadvertently. Let's take a look at a magical way that you, as a teacher, can change any mistakes that you made or push out mass feedback to an entire group of students. I'm going to head back over to the teacher view. When I'm here at the assignment, I can go over to the Edit Assignment button. When I use this Edit Assignment button, this opens up the template file of the assignment for the students. So at this point, I could use the Select tool, rest my mouse on these different annotations, and delete them. Or if I had made a mistake somewhere else, I could correct it. I could also push out mass feedback to students. So let's say that everyone is getting number 3 wrong. I can simply cross it off and then even leave a voice comment that says, "Hey friends, it seems like everyone is confused about this question. You can skip it. We'll work on it together." Now you'll head up to the top right and choose Update All. This will update all of the student copies. Let's slide back over and take a look at the student view. Those annotations are gone, and the new annotations have been added to the page. However, the student work remains unchanged. It doesn't mess up anything that the kids have been doing, even if they're working while the teacher is pushing out changes. When students have finished their work, they'll head up to the top right and look for the Submit button. It's this purple button right here. They'll click, and then they can hit Submit right here on this little white pop-up window. This will submit their work to their teacher. The confetti is a visual cue for students that their work has been submitted. Now, let's take a look at the teacher perspective again. Over on the right-hand side of the assignment page, we'll see this button called Open Class View. We'll click, And all of our student work will be loaded on one page here in Kami. We can scroll from left to right, as well as up and down. So if we're checking for understanding and making sure that each of our students is making progress, we can see here that Amelia has used the markup tools to highlight different information within the text, and she seems to be progressing through the questions appropriately. Then, if we scroll over from left to right, we might notice that Noah seems a little off task, and he seems to be struggling with some of the answers. We can use the comment tool to give each of our students some feedback along the way. Let's use the voice comment. Hey, Amelia, it looks like you're doing a great job so far. If you have any questions, come and see me. Then we might scroll over and say, hey, Noah, it seems like you're confused on some of these questions. Why don't you come and see me and I'll help you get going in the right direction? If you have any questions regarding using Canvas and Kami together for your students, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.